Hi everyone, this is Leigh with Victorian Dreams, and this is Late Nights with Leigh. And I have two special guests with me tonight. I have Hazel with Hazel's Design. Say hi, Hazel.
Hi everyone.
And I have Michelle. Michelle is Michelle's Crafts and More. And she said hello too. She's a little low, so you couldn't hardly hear. So remember how I did the Glue Gun Chronicles and I had one more composition book? So let's go ahead and goof off with the girls and use Mod Podge and paper on the composition book. So, all right, girly girls, what y'all been up to lately? Going to the pool. I can see you have a really nice tan working there.
Yeah. It's only 2 blocks from here, so.
I'm gonna go do water aerobics later too. It's not that late, so I'm gonna sneak in water aerobics later today, and then I think Hazel's gonna sneak in pool time today too. But by the time this gets uploaded, it'll be late tonight. So this is a hot buy from Michael's. And I've had it, golly, 6 months or so, and I have a couple of packs, and so I want to use some of it. I'm going to make a banner out of the other one, but you know, tea time is so popular and everything, so let's just use this up. And so I'm going to Mod Podge this, and because I don't want it to look like mosaic, I'm not going to rip it. I'm going to actually cut it, and when you cut it, it blends smoother. Mosaic shows the white, so let's do that. So let me pick out some paper and let me chit chat with the girls. Let me make sure y'all are in frame. Yep, y'all are in frame. Michelle, what you working on, hun? I'm gonna put you on speaker.
Okay.
Alrighty, go ahead.
Well, trying to make a mini album. I had ordered that Decoupage Designs, their latest mini album book. So I'm trying to make a mini album.
You can do it. I know you can do it.
I hope so.
Michelle, you've got like an aura of glitter all around you.
Don't tell nobody.
Michelle just showed us a piece of glitter project that she's working on. I don't like the glitter, but it really turned out nice, Michelle.
Thank you. I don't like glitter either. It's messy, and I feel like I'm just going to be this big sparkly mess for the rest of the day.
You can go swimming with me or with Hazel later, and there's no telling what's going to float up.
Well, because I can't swim.
Oh, you can't swim?
You can't?
Nope.
But you know how to float. If you know how to float, you will survive.
I can float in salt water, but not fresh water.
Oh, that's the best thing you could do for a child is teach them how to swim. Uh-oh, I just moved my camera. The whole thing.
I had swimming lessons as a child. I just never learned to swim.
Oh. Well, if anyone can afford to take swimming lessons or can go to a local place, they should do it because that's a really, really good thing to do.
I agree. Both my girls and my grandkids swim like fish, but not me.
Well, at least, well, you know you're not going to get in an accident now. Plus, you can just stay at the little end, at the shallow end. You can hear Hazel's air conditioning, guys. So these scissors are for paper only. So let's just cut strips. cutting them and they may be the wrong size. I don't know. Hazel, are you teaching Bella and Nene how to swim, or did you put them in lessons?
Well, I'm teaching them how to float because and a little bit swimming because they give like between 5 to 6. They give professional swim lessons for free, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, for the teenagers and little kids.
A lot of public places will give free lessons to the little ones for the summer camp stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm going to use, guys, so let's just cut some pieces and see what turns out here. There's no telling. I took swimming lessons when I was a kid, and I started out, the 4 of us, my 3 brothers and me, we all started the same day as pollywogs, and the next day they moved us up to flying fish, and then the next day shark, because we used to always go to the beach and everything, and we weren't afraid of the water. If you're not afraid of the water, you really advance fast and everything.
Yeah. So
that's just one thing you have to get the kids not to be afraid of the water.
Ned is doing good on swimming, and Bella is doing good on floating. So.
Well, Bella's a little bit younger. She'll get there by the end of the season.
Yeah, it's a little bit scared.
So let's get these out of the way. You know, I'm not going to keep them all the same size, so we'll just cut them randomly. Almost all of them turned out the same size there. But, you know, let's just cut them. I may not use them all, but that's okay. I have 2 packs. I haven't used this paper. I'm sitting here on paper that I just need to use, and so we're going to use it. I used to be on the swim team, so I love to swim. Both of my kids can swim. Johnny can swim, but he doesn't have the form. He didn't have lessons, but he can swim.
I love water.
Now, Michelle, aren't you from Florida?
The ocean, though.
Oh, yeah. Michelle, are you from Florida?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Were you by the coast?
Yeah, I was right there in St. Petersburg, so I was right there at the Gulf Coast.
You know, here in Texas, there's been 28-year-old and a 29-year-old. Both have jumped in lakes and didn't make it, and that's sad. And so, you know, even when you're older, you just never know. So if you can do swimming, that's good. This looks like ice cream colors. They're so pale. I kind of want to keep the butterflies and cut the butterflies. So this almost looks like something that Angela Holt was working on. She had cut papers like this, but then she made a Cinnabar type project, so it's not going to be anything like that, but it kind of looks like it. I can't open my glue, guys. It's glued. I don't have very much Mod Podge left, so that means I'm going to have to go shopping.
I like that.
At the craft store. So I'm going to unplug those girls for just a second. They're crafting too, so we're pretty quiet. And I'm going to make sure you're in frame. And do you need more lighting? I don't know if that helps or hurts, but I'll leave it there. So we're just going to Mod Podge random pieces on. This may look like yucky, and it may never hit the airwaves.
I'm sure it'll look great.
I'm in my PJs and the girls can see me.
I'm in my PJ too.
Hazel, you're in your PJs too? Well, Kyle was here yesterday morning and he saw me videotaping It was like 6 a.m. And he said, "You're in your PJs?" I'm like, "Yes." There's nothing wrong with crafting in your PJs. Guys, I did paint this white. You're covered in glitter. You can paint this white, I did, and you don't need to if you're going to Mod Podge and cover it all up. But remember, I had done Glue Gun Chronicles and made a fabric piece, and this was the sample. So I didn't want it to go to waste, so we're using it tonight. So anyway, we put Mod Podge all over it and make it a little tacky. And let's just put pieces down, and then we'll go back over it with another layer of Mod Podge. There's no rhyme or reason what we're doing here. It might not turn out. I might say, holy moly, what was I thinking? Because I've never done this, so. You don't know until you try. This cost 53 cents for this composition book, girls, so I don't mind if I make a mistake. It's already drying up because of the lighting is hot. So I need to go faster or something here. I don't know where that language came from. Do y'all have some lights that are hot right there with you? I don't think I needed to totally Mod Podge everything. So far, we're learning. Johnny called and said that Kyle parked the four-wheeler behind his truck. And I'm like, oh no, what happened today? Oh Lord. And he didn't hit the four-wheeler, he hit the instrument antenna that he's already epoxied last night from it just getting so old. So now he has to just re-epoxy that. I'm like, oh, these two, I don't break anything. I'm gentle, and I have stuff that's, you know, I have paint brushes that when I did porcelain dolls that are over 20 years old. I just don't understand these boys.
Well, so I break everything.
I was going to say, is it a boy thing?
No. I'm just klutzy. I trip over the air.
I'm wondering after this glue dries if you would need to put a heavy book down so that it will lay flat. We'll all learn this as we go, won't we?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt on that because of, you know, how thin it is.
Yeah. I do a lot of Mod Podge, Decoupage, not Mod Podge. Mod Podge is what I'm using. Decoupage. But then, you know, you start from the bottom and go up so that if you're using faces, you don't put a face on top of another face. But this, I'm just making a collage. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm having fun. And I'm happy to be with friends. So that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I'm going to take the extra pieces that I cut up, and I'll use my die machine, and I will probably make handmade flowers. Haven't done that in quite a while. Last time you made handmade flowers, Michelle, was how long ago?
Over a year ago.
Last time I made handmade flowers, I think it was with Lori Seabrook's flower exchange about a year ago.
Yeah, that's what I say, over a year ago.
Did you do that flower exchange too?
I did.
We need to make more flowers.
No, I have an entire jar of flowers. A giant jar of flowers.
I don't make them any either because I find that I use the wild orchid flowers a lot. And then, you know, I have a lady on Facebook, and if anyone wants it, just let me know and I'll give you the link down below. I'll try to remember to put it. I should put it in the one I did this morning's video. But I get 144 for $5, and they're from China, I think. They're not quite as pretty as wild orchid, but they're really, really nice.
Yeah, I've gotten, you know, I've bought a bunch here and there, been given some, and I've got those great big glass jars that Walmart sells in their kitchen department.
Oh, yeah.
I have one of those chock full of flowers.
Now I'm putting the Mod Podge over all the pieces because you can see layers, and I want it to all stick down to each other. So when you're actually decoupaging, you're supposed to do like 7 layers. But this is not going to get 7. This might get 2. And then we'll add trims and embellishments and flowers and maybe more. Once we let this dry for a minute, we might add another layer. We got to trim around, and we'll put a binding on the side. There's no telling what we're going to do here. I'm pushing it down, moistening it with my brush and pushing it down. Let me look up and see if y'all are there. Y'all are. Let's see. I think that coat is just about everywhere. I'm going to put this in water so it doesn't get all sticky. Just take that apart so it doesn't stick. And then, see right here, it needs some glue. I'm supposed to meet Stephanie and go do water aerobics, and I kind of want to do it. I love being in the pool, but I kind of just want to get this done first. So hopefully, I think her husband's got to work late tonight, so hopefully I'll be able to get this done and do that. And Hazel's back now too.
I'm sorry, Bella called me.
Bella?
Yeah.
What's Bella?
Say hi, Nina. Are you ready for me? So she's coming over. She wanted to go to the pool.
Well, I guess you're going to the pool.
Yeah, the boy's gonna be in my brother's house with their cousin.
Both the boys, both the little boys.
Yeah, and then Bella is gonna stay with me. Girl day, you know what I mean.
Oh, you're gonna do fingernail painting tonight and makeup and.
Yeah, but the first thing she's like, "Are we going to the pool?" Yes, Bella.
Enjoy it while you can, because when they hit teenagers, they're going to be so busy with sports and school, so...
Yeah. Boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah.
I want to push that down. I have a wipey right here. Always have wipeys by your side. They last about a month. Let's just make sure that this is pushed down. It's dried almost. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun so that I can trim it and add another layer of papers. I don't know if I even like those colors and everything together. So far, I'm not too happy with this, ladies. The heat gun's going on. I'll be right back with you. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like so far. I haven't trimmed it, and it looks just like a whole bunch of mess so far. I don't know. Just a whole bunch of little pieces. Yeah, it does. But I'm going to... So, do I add more? Do I start adding flowers and hand make flowers? I can see a little bump there. I still see more glue that needs to be added on. I'm going to add a couple more pieces of paper. I like the butterfly one, and I didn't use that one, but maybe one time. Oh, I know. I haven't seen Bella in a while, so I need to.
What's she doing? I was like talking to Leigh and Michelle. Can I talk to her? I was like, I'm talking to her in the camera. You cannot talk to her unless you hear her. So like, oh.
So I sent Hazel a birthday gift, everyone. And Bella was there when she opened it. And there were a couple of items, I don't know, there were a couple of items that Bella wanted, and Hazel said, no, they're for me. And I said, give them to that baby.
You were like a little girl fighting, but I didn't give her my gift. I gave her something else.
So now I'm going to have to make sure that I send something to Bella. Because I did that the last time, and I was rushing to get it out because it was late for your birthday, and I'm like, I should have done that.
That happened when you spoil. And you spoil her.
Well, I'm going to have to send one to her brother, too. Okay, let's heat this up one more time, guys, and then I'm going to pause, y'all, and I'm going to make flowers. Those are so cute. Hazel's showing wooden little masks for Halloween, and you're going to decorate them for the kids? Wow, they're three-dimensional. They're more layer. They're more than just one layer. That's nice. Hazel's sitting there having fun. All right, let's trim this. Let's trim this, and then I'm going to cut the machine off and make some flowers. I'm cutting this too soon. The paper's a little warped. I'm cutting it a little soon. So I'm going to turn it off, make some flowers with my die, and then I'll show you making a couple of flowers, and then we'll place them. So be right back, guys. Hi everyone, I'm back. Let me center y'all to the middle. Don't look and get all dizzy, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Hazel and Michelle aren't with me. We didn't finish this last night. Everybody ended up going different directions, including myself. So guess what I found out? I don't like making flowers. The flowers match the paper, and I made 14 of them and all layered up. I used let me see, I used Heartfelt Creations. I tape it down so it doesn't move, and then just use my Tim Holtz pick and pick it out so I don't have to keep taking it up and down. It just takes a second. But yeah, I don't like making flowers. It takes too much time. It's not worth it to me. The only reason I did it is because I wanted it to match the paper because of the collage and the quilt type pattern. But if I don't have to match, I'm not going to do it. So this is like faux leather, and it matches it real well. I got it half price from Hobby Lobby. This way didn't fit, so I cut it long ways, but it's so wide. Look, you could put it on the whole book. So I have an extra piece. This is a great piece for binding albums. I'm sure other people have used them. There's so many other colors. It's material on one side. It's faux leather. It's quite thick. So that's going to be the binding. Before we do the binding, let's go ahead and put a trim on the side. This is $2.99, 50% off, Hobby Lobby. So let's see what the front and what the back is. Let's start on the back. I did put a piece of paper on the back to get rid of where I painted, and so excuse me guys. So let's start right here because that binding will probably cover it up. Charlie the glue gun is on, so let's get started. Let me turn it this way. This is the extra composition book that I had. Ooh, that glue is hot today. It's been sitting there while I was making the flowers. And this is the extra one, so I said, yeah, why not use it for late nights with Leigh, even though it's in the day now. But by the time this gets loaded and aired, it will be late night. It started during the day later yesterday. Let's see here. Ah, the flyaways, they drive me crazy. Someone had asked, what kind of glue gun is it? It's a Sure Bond. It is a fine tip. I got it from Hobby Lobby. They're regularly $11 something, $11.99, $11.59, I'm not sure. And I just bought one for my mom using the 40% off, so the total with the tax and all, I want to say, was 742, 752. So Hobby Lobby has a .com if you want to try to find it. It is a fine tip. You see how I pinched that corner and turned it around, and now let's just put a little glue there and see the corner. I don't like to cut it and make it look like a, I'm trying to do it and hold that, and make it look like an X. I like it to be one continuous. It looks more finished and nicer to me. But it's whatever you like. I'm not going to put glue right here. I don't want to put a lot of strain on that. So let's just start after the round part of the binder part right there. This hides all those rough edges when you go to cut. Ooh, that just burnt my finger. I should say, ouch, Charlie. Charlie's going to say it's not his fault. But yeah, I got this trim for half price, so $1.50. And it's a really nice cotton trim. I'm going to have to remember to get it. I end up liking it. And when I go in there, sometimes they have the same thing over and over, and sometimes they don't. Hobby Lobby always has something on sale, so if I don't get it one week, I'll get it the next time. As if I go in there weekly. I don't. I have a Hobby Lobby here, and I've only been in it 3 times, and it's been here 8 months. So yeah. So yeah, I'm not a real big shopper. People probably know that would like for me to buy from their online stores. I just don't do it much. So if they're expecting me to keep them in business, if they're not doing a kit or something that I really want, I'm not really good at being there for them. So I'm just not a shopper. That trim looks cute sticking out the edges of the paper. Let's not put glue on that. Let's see. Let's finish this off. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on that cut so it won't fray, because I'm not sure if the binder will cover it. This is quite a bit, I think, because see how it lips up? I think I better glue that down, because if I don't, it will snag and tear. And so, and it's the back. So we're gonna have to add a whole nother row of glue, which is not a problem, but we don't want it to snag and tear. And all. Chihuahua, hot, hot, hot. We're almost done. We're going to put the greenish color binder on the binder part and flour it up, but it matches really nice. So I cut it in half because I didn't need it to cover the whole book. So now let's just fold this in half. Let's fold it so I can see that that is half. And let's see if I can put it on here and get it straight. I'm going to trim it. I'm going to have it come over the top just a hair, and then I'm going to trim it and cut it once I have it on. So now let's go up underneath here. a little bit of movement to it, or give, so okay. I think wow, see, I don't want to cut those little pieces, but I'm gonna get my little scissors. Okay, I stopped right there, and just has a hair on this side. I thought it would be easier if I cut it this way instead of waiting to go all the way around. So I think I was right. So now let's do this side. Since this is a fine tip, I am giving it 2 pumps. I'm not messing with that glue on the round part of the binder there. I hope that is straight. Glue. Let me look and see if y'all are in frame. You aren't on the bottom, so let me just do it this way so you can see. The flyaways are tickly. So let's this is thick stuff. Let's trim. And then we'll put the flowers on and see if we're done with this project. Since I had it already pre-painted, no need to waste and everything. Let me get that corner. There we go. Sorry, I brought it out of frame. I needed to see. So I only wasted this much of it, so that's not bad. I'm happy that it matches so well. I bought this just because I saw it and I thought, well, it's a beachy color to me, like water. Maybe I'll use it for an album for when I made something for the beach, or the colors, you know. So I was happy to have something that would match this, that I don't normally have these colors. So just a little bit more glue. I'm trying not to use so much and I end up having to go back. Okay, so did I get it? My glue gun needs a stick in it, and the flyaways are tickling me that let me just put a stick in it and do it right. I just don't want it to snag on something, so let's just do it right the first time. Okay. Alright, there's the front. Looks like a patch. Patches, quilt patches, quilters, patch, quilters. I don't know. It's pretty. I like it more and more now. And now the flowers are all the different papers that I cut. So let's just put the flowers on here and see what it's going to be like. Am I going to use all the flowers? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 layers and then a piece of bling. I think I made too many flowers. I don't think I need. Look at all the flowers, guys. I could cover it up with flowers. So let's not do that. So let's squirt, and I don't think it should lay over too much on there. Let's get, there's different ones. I think there's 7 of different designs. So let's not get something too matchy by it. You can do whatever kind of flower you want if you want to bring it up only bad thing about this paper is it wasn't double-sided, so it's white on one side, and I kind of like when I make a flower for it to be double-sided. So look at the change of the flower now from bringing it up. Just play with your flower, crease and bend wherever you want, and you'll get the look you're looking for because it's your flower. But it's too time consuming. My hand is sore from and I didn't even want, by the time I did this, I didn't even want to put ink on them. My hands are sore from working on it. So see, they were facing, this bottom one was facing down, but it was taking up too much space. So now I'm just bringing it up, make it more rounded. Put a little glob and stick it on. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and hide this whole line and all. So I'm glad that y'all are coming along with me on this YouTube time with me. I don't always have a lot of time to be on YouTube. I have some videos to put up of us working on our house, and we got the, well, it's on the property that we're doing the footers pretty soon. Let's see. I think this weekend actually, and I have some videos. And we bought a tent, a 3-room tent with air conditioning vents, and we have air conditioners from our old house for backup for storms and emergencies, and we happen to have them in Texas right in the garage here. So we have air conditioning and a tent for just cooling off for while we're working during the day. We're not going to sleep at it because the property is only 30 miles from here, but I think it'll be really fun to just be in a tent and cool off during the day and sit down and have a decent lunch. So I'll take a picture of all that this weekend. So that's what's been going on. I do like the flowers when they match the paper like this, but boy, and I don't even have problems with my hands and all. I couldn't imagine people that have arthritis to do this. This is turning out really cute. Someone may want this one instead of the other two that I had for Glue Gun Chronicles. I do have these little tiny extra ones. I may make those and stick them in the holes, but I don't want to overdo. I think on that blue one, I kind of overdid too many flowers, and I don't want to overdo. So, let's see. Pink. See how the difference in the flower? Here's a flatter one, and the petals are going backwards, and then this one we're just scrunching up, and look at the difference of the flowers. Just however you work it. But I think we're almost done here, guys. So should I scrunch up one and put in that corner? I think I'm going to use 2 more. I'm going to finish it here and put one there. So scrunch this up. And we're going to call it a night. I was so happy to have Michelle and Hazel hang out with me. We talked prior. Oh, I know also what happened is my daughter Sarah called and I started chit-chatting with her, and she's in Florida with my whole family, so I totally talked to her maybe 30 minutes or something. So alright, I'm going to put this one right here, and I put one there. I don't want to use all those because I think it'll clog it and clutter it, but there you go. There is that. So thanks guys, thanks for hanging in there with me. So this is just Mod Podge glue. If you don't have a glue gun, you can still do this. I'm sure you could glue this with Mod Podge. You can definitely make these with Mod Podge. I did glue them down because it's fast with the glue gun. This right here, I don't know if Mod Podge is heavy enough. You may have to use glossy accents or something, or just a heavier glue. You didn't have to use this. You could have used a piece of paper. You could have used the paper and go around it, but that's nice. It's a patch quilt composition book maybe. So guys, have a blessed weekend, and I'm going to be working at the property with my husband. We're going to do the electricity and the water, put up the tent, and so if you be my subby, I'd be grateful. If you subscribe, I would be grateful. Subscribe, subby, same thing. And if you join me on Glue Gun Chronicles Facebook group, you'll end up meeting people and becoming friends with them. They're all so sweet and nice. And follow me on Google, Instagram, and Pinterest. So, okay guys, be safe out there. Be kind. Bye.